We hope you're looking forward to today's qualifying.
It won't be easy getting out of this qualifying session, but see what you can do. Everyone ready? Okay, let's go. Fantastic. That was the fastest lap. laps of fuel remaining. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes. We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes. Come in at the end of this lap. Hitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Ricciardo, Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
It's always wonderful to come back to the lively Hungaro ring. A popular destination this, nice and close to the beautiful city of Budapest, with some exciting racing to boot. Who can forget Michael Schumacher pushing his old teammate Rubens Barrichello up towards the pit wall in 2010, All those great races of 2014 and 2015 as well. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaro Ring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Kimi Räikkönen and Bottas, Gallagher, Sainz, Perez and Nico Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Magnussen, Charles Leclerc and Ocon, Van Dorn, Hartley, Fernando Alonso and Pierre Gasly. Stroll and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix. Austria was a while ago. The the Hungarian Grand Prix. So obviously you can see we're using setups. This is a setup that I gained off the wonderful interweb of YouTube. As you can see, there's some of the stuff right there. I'll run you through them quickly. And now, as we head down onto the track, it's time for the formation lap, which I still need to take off.
Everything looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing...
Five red lights. And we are lights out, and away we go here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sainz getting a really good start, along with Perez, who's going down my inside. Magnussen might be fighting here, as we see Hülkenberg there, and we're getting shunted into the back of there by Roman Grosjean. But we've got the penalty collision for that there. Perez slow, coming into the next turn. I think it was a good idea to put this setup on here as we sail around the outside of Sainz there, and that was the inside, sorry, correction, as we come round on to this kind of high speed turn here, the speed turn that I like. As we come round, we're still on with Hülkenberg, and with this new setup I think we might have a good chance at getting a decent track position as we go down the inside of Hülkenberg. We touch going into the corner there, going into the chicane, but it's okay. We're still catching on Bottas here. I think he's just going to get away with us with the straight line speed. He's going to get away from us. However, we are going to be catching him in the corners. We're fast around the corners, not so fast on the straights, but we are fast into the corners here at Hungary. So as it shapes up so far, it's looking like Hamilton in first, Ricciardo, it looks like, is in second, Verstappen in third maybe, Räikkönen is definitely in fourth, Vettel in fifth, me and Bottas in sixth, me in seventh, Hülkenberg in eighth, and it looks like Sergio Perez back there might be in ninth. As we approach our pit window, Bottas is trying to make a move on Vettel. It doesn't work out, but hopefully them fighting will hold it up and maybe give a good chance for me to jump right up into P5. Maybe if they keep fighting, I might be able to do a double overtake on the two of them, because they'll be getting hauled up by each other here. We are catching Bottas. We're kind of on his tail at the moment. He's just got enough straight line speed just to be getting away from us, but we are catching up to him right now. I think we're going to be right in his back end coming out of the chicane. We're going to be right in his back end coming out the chicane. We might catch him again into the next corner and again into the next corner, but we're not going to be able to overtake him. We're not going to be in that overtaking position, and this setup truly has really helped me keep up with the Mercedes here, especially in our little Williams, and it's helped me keep well away from Hulkenberg. Normally Hulkenberg would be Hulkenberg would be right down my inside around them corners, but we catch up to Bottas now. We're in his back end here. Definitely well caught up to him now, but are we going to be able to make an overtake? Probably not on the straight this time, but I'm sure we'll be able to catch him as he sails away. Look at that, he's just sailed right on away to show how much power that Mercedes has as we come into the corner now. Okay, so we're going to keep to the same strategy as earlier, pitting lap 4, so that means next lap is not going to be our in lap. Thank my lucky stars. Jesus Christ, that would have been way too early. Come round, we're in P7 here, so I think we're going to wait for the front markers to pit and see what we can do in this respect here. Oh, we're on the grass a bit there. But we are chasing Bottas currently quite well, and we've kept up with him a bit quite well, so that's a good sign that our little Williams is going to be able to do something. Also, by next episode, we should have the engine wear R&D section. We should have that section completely boxed off, and we'll be able to move on to stuff like engine, the power, downforce, so aerodynamics we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the powertrain, maybe the chassis train as well, so we'll see what we can do there in that respect. But we are boxing this lap as far as I'm aware, as Hulkenberg is going to make a move down our inside. We're going to leave him a small amount of space to get past as we go off track there, so we've lost some ground on Bottas here. He's still going to make an effort though to go around down our inside here, leaving a bit of space for him to get through, but not enough so where he can make a move on us as he slows down just to make sure he doesn't hit us here, and we come in to these next couple of corners. So obviously I don't think we're going to see much action in the pits this lap. It is early days in this race, and I think we will not see much action, so...
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Yep, I'm going to completely ignore Jeff and go with my own little strategy, making my own little strategy up here. Seem to have gone back down into cruising speed right here. Now Hulkenberg trying to make a move down our outside. We're going to get the better line into the next corner. No, we're not. He's going to fight back, and we are going to touch him. Bit of fending off there, and luckily we're able to keep him out of the position. Next couple of corners round into the chicane here, out and onto the grass a bit there. We've rejoined the track safely, but we've still got Hulkenberg behind us, and Magnussen as well is stalking Hulkenberg, ready to overtake him and probably get the move on me as well, as we let off a bit of driving skill there, unfortunately, to get away from things here. And Now, as we think about pitting in, I don't think we're going to do that, as the man in front, Ricardo, goes into the pits, and yeah, it's not looking too shabby here as we come around the corner, and we're going to get a really good exit. And down onto the straight now, as Magnussen's going to be making a move on us. He comes down our inside here, Kevin Magnussen into the corner. And he has overtaken us as we come round, and he's got DRS.
Lance is in the pits.
Seems legit. He somehow has DRS. I need to question that and have a look back at that. But yeah, we've moved up into P5 from pits, but moved down because we were in P4, remember, before Magnussen got his decent little move on us there. So yeah, I'm going to stretch this out, the pit window, as much as I can until the pit window, they say it's closed, but I am going to stretch out as much as I can to see who goes into the pits. I assume Magnussen will be pitting this or next lap. If not, we can actually just chase him, and that's what I plan on doing. I just plan on chasing him all the way through until we are able to make some sort of effort on getting the lead here, or maybe even second place as we come round the next corner here and down onto the straight here. Not many people coming round, so we've got a significant enough gap. I might wait actually for Vettel to pit. I think he already has pitted though. I might need a driver in front from Jeff.
There's interference. Okay,
Oh.
copy that.
Might need a driver in front.
Vettel is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 6.2 seconds. You're dropping back by around 1.4 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 24.3.
Too much of a significant lead on this race. Don't look like we're about to get any form of gap on that, so not too sure what to do here. Losing the back end in the corner, we're losing a lot of grip, so I think this is our acceptable point to
At the end of this lap.
let Jeff know he will be receiving us at the end of this lap. Unless Vettel comes into the pit, and then we might pit later, but yeah, I don't see the point in that as we are slowing down, so driver behind.
Ricardo behind. Our gap behind is 4.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:23.7.
Better now than never since as we're pitting out in 10th, so we'll just do the work for the last 9 laps. Oh, unfortunate. Alright, so let's go back, Garino. To, yeah, maybe just about the point we didn't go on the grass. Dare I even look at the rear tyres? Oh, that left rear. Let's pit. Might get out even earlier than that as we are coming out of the pit now. Are we going to have a pit battle? Maybe with Hulkenberg? Nope. Hulkenberg's nowhere to be seen on lap 9 here. So now we're on the fresher tyres than Nico Hulkenberg. So obviously we're going to be able to pull away, especially on this new little setup we got going here. We're going to be able to just keep them at bay behind us. I think P8's the highest we're going to get. I know it's been P8, P7 all season, but we've got to expect that, especially in a Williams car. But I'm sure when we start getting upgrades on the car, that'll start changing. So we'll get aero upgrades and engine upgrades are definitely something I want to focus on. Maybe chassis weight. Something I might want to focus on as well. We'll soon see, and we'll do some upgrades after this race. Next race I'm not going to do a strategy like this again. I'm going to do strategy I did a while back where I pitted earlier than everyone else. See how that works out, see if that works out as good as it normally would. And Hulkenberg's just blitzed right past us. Ooh. Shifty move, shifty move. Okay, give me a sec, guys. My thumb's really killing. Okay, back in the room. Feeling a lot faster. A lot faster. Around these corners, definitely 100% well saved. See if I crash, if I like go off track and I can save it, I will leave it, I promise that, so you guys can see that I do actually have driving skill. So yeah. And obviously you heard me say on my live stream before, we're gonna actually do something else real quick. Sorry about this, guys. My thumb's just really hurting today, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, there's no way we're catching Magnussen, so I think it's going to be a P8 finish here, which is pretty much all we got all season. nothing new, so... Although we could work if we worked hard enough, but I highly doubt it. Might need to run lean for a bit. Currently in standard, but might need to just sit in lean. Just thinking about it as Valtteri Bottas sets the fastest lap of the race. I mean, we're catching up to Magnussen, but the gap's too big. He's just like getting to the turn 1 as we get to the final turn. I have a few setups, like I've written them down in a book. So I have a few setups. I've got one for Monza, Spa, the next race, Spa, Monza, Russia, Singapore, Japan. I'll have one down for USA soon. I'll have one down for Mexico soon. I'll have them down for like the rest of the races, so don't worry, you will be seeing different setups, but I'll actually use setups now, so... Also, we're we were halfway through the season last race, so we've got to the halfway point, and now we're at the point of the summer break. I think there's a invitational event after this, so I'll do that, and then depending on the time, let's check. Yeah, it's pretty early, so I'm gonna do the practice session of Belgium while I'm at it. So you come around now, one of my favourite corners of the... Kimi Räikkönen! Oh no, that puts us down into P7, no safety car required. But Kimi Räikkönen, what happened? Oh no! He is out the race, and I'm going to have to see if we can get that in the race directory after the race. But that puts us down up into P7 now. Oh... The scenes, the absolute scenes here at Hungary. Last minute we got a bit of enlightenment now that Kimi Räikkönen is out of the race, and Ferrari just seem to be having an absolute terrible season. Listen to that crowd, so quiet. I know what some people are going to comment. They're probably going to comment going, if you put the thing into Rich, maybe you'd be able to catch Magnussen. At this point, I've got down into P7, and I don't really need to catch Magnussen. I'm ahead of both Renaults, so... And there's 3 points splitting us, so... We'll just have to see if we can get anything in Spa Monza. Them two, I think, are going to be my strongest races, I think. Yeah, I think I've just seen Magnussen's back end go around that corner there. Fairly enjoyable, as I almost hit the pit wall then. Jesus Christ. Check the driving, OG. Significant gap to the Renaults. I think they're just going to get ahead of us. I seem to be, at the moment, Lance isn't doing too well. He's in last, Lance Stroll, so yeah, I'm pretty much making Williams tread water in 5th in the constructors, so yeah, I'm kind of the difference between sink or swim at Williams here, so I just liked Williams better because the steering. I was looking for a team and Williams' steering was quite nice. Come around the corners now. And onto the home straight for the 15th time. Let's get a bit of cockpit view going. Mirror angle, not too big of a fan on that, but can't change the placement of your mirrors, so I think Ferrari, they have the right idea with their mirrors, sticking them on the halo. Not too big of a fan of this view. Let's go into nose cam view, or even yeah, let's sit in this outside view for a bit. Oh, although I did just take completely the wrong line through that corner, so maybe not. He says as he still sits in it. Around the corner, around another corner. Have you heard in 2020 there's going to be a new track in Vietnam? And I've seen the track layout. I don't like how long the straight is. It's a street track, by the way. Now, coming on to the last lap, and on the home straight, it's been a tough weekend for Williams. We've upgraded the car. We had a unfortunate weekend back in Germany in our engine supplier's home track, and now as we come down turn 2 and now onto turn 3 onto this straight, it's not really very much of a straight, since as you seem to turn most of the way through it now into my favourite turn of the track. And here's another favourite of mine as we come up now, and we are speeding right on up to the chicane, not holding back through the chicane, aggressively through the chicane as we come round into the corner, making sure we can get a good exit off these corners now as Daniel Ricciardo wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. And we're still going behind Magnussen. Magnussen nowhere to be seen, but it looks like it's going to be Sebastian Vettel second, and a Mercedes 3, 4, Max Verstappen in 5th, Kevin Magnussen in 6th, me in 7th, Carlos Sainz in 8th, Nico Hülkenberg in 9th here, and that's either Sergio Perez or Esteban Ocon in 10th. As we cross the line to come 7th in the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One, and that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Let's give it to Kevin Magnussen. That was a commanding performance today, very impressive indeed.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. It was also a strong Grand Prix from S1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Okay, so obviously Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel and all that, I already commentated on that. Nico Hülkenberg and Carlos Sainz, I commentated on that. It was Esteban Ocon was the Force India, then the rest of the grid lines up. Charles Leclerc, Roman Grosjean, Brendan Hartley, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez, Marcus Ericsson, Stoffel Van Dorn, my teammate Lance Stroll and El Kimi Raikkonen. So, yeah, let's have a look at the race directory. Incidents. Kimi Raikkonen with a mechanical failure for a DNF. Grosjean with a warning as well. So, standings currently, we are still in 7th with 89 points, and in the constructors-wise, not able to move up on Renault. 4 points behind them as Mercedes storms into the lead with 353 points, and Ferrari have a gap of 34 with 319 there in second, with Red Bull in third. Drivers' championship then. Lewis Hamilton with a gap of with 212 points. That's a gap of 23 on Ferrari Sebastian Vettel, who has 189, and 1 point separating Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo, as he has 188 points. So, thank you for watching the Hungarian Grand Prix. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know most of them have been pretty boring, But yeah, you guys can survive sometimes. So yeah, Renault are just ahead of us. Our teammate Lance Stroll not doing too well. And other than that, it's been a great weekend. I'll see you guys later.